Brilliant. I don't know about you, but that really always gets the hairs up on my back of my neck. A brilliant film. Thanks, Andrew. And it really does, I think, bring home just how well positioned the city region is. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. How well positioned the city region is to drive growth in these key areas of the economy. Throughout the downturn, the city, whether that be the council, New Economy, Midas Marketing Manchester, or our own organisations, MSP and Bruntwood, we've had to make some very difficult cuts, but have continued to strategically plan for and be ready for investing investing in growth when it came. In difficult economic circumstances, one needs to be particularly selective as to where to focus time and investment. And with great vision and courage, a significant proportion of the city's focus has gone into creating the foundations for growth in science, technology, creative and digital. Nowhere is this more apparent than in Corridor Manchester. This time last year, I ran through the £2.5 billion to be invested or planned to be invested in Corridor Manchester by 2020. This wasn't one of those fantasy MIPIM presentations where grand schemes are presented but never materialise. Over £1 billion had been invested through the recession, and the pace of development is picking up at an incredible rate. Howard and Richard are permanent fixtures on the corridor, either topping out buildings, attending launches, where you'd often find one or both of the two Georges, the Chancellor Osborne or the Life Science Minister Freeman. We had Bruce Katz over recently to visit, and he was quoted as saying, "We in America salivate at what you have in Corridor Manchester." And he was very clear that the corridor has the potential to be one of the top 5 innovation districts in Europe. Getting to this point has been a long strategic journey for Manchester, and the same has been the case for Bruntwood and MSP, but it is one that is gathering serious momentum. Bruntwood acquired MSP in 2012 with the initial priority to fill the company's 20% vacancy, which was done very quickly, and then to deliver the first new building, City Labs, the 100,000 square foot biomedical facility, which is now fully let. In parallel, we've worked up a master plan for MSP's central campus, taking it from over 250,000 square feet to over 1 million square feet, and we've started work on the next new building, the 70,000 square foot heart of the park, which will practically complete at the end of this calendar year. This time last year, we announced also that we'd exchanged on the game-changing acquisition of Oglesby Park, which completed at the end of April. The task force, which included central government, the local councils of Cheshire East and Manchester, University of Manchester, AZ, and a number of the region's science leaders, published its conclusions at the end of summer, which in turn has driven our development strategy for the site. We have a number of early wins, with 25 companies occupying 50,000 square feet of lab space that AZ had already vacated. In parallel, our strategic master plan is out for public consultation, with a vision that Oglesby Park will be a next-generation, community-centred science park with 1.5 million square feet of laboratory and office space, supported by 35 acres of high-quality residential, sitting in 400 acres of parkland, with the very best conferencing, hotel, sport and leisure facilities. The first major phase of our development will be starting shortly and is the 300,000 square foot former toxicology unit, which comprises 9 buildings interconnected by a 10,000 square foot central atrium collaboration space. So, a huge amount of development activity in the next 12 months, but if, as Bruce Katz envisages, we are going to create one of Europe's top 5 innovation districts, for Bruntwood, MSP, and for the whole region, our priorities are about so much more than buildings. And my colleague and good friend Rowena Burns, Director of Bruntwood and Chief Exec of MSP, will speak more about this now. Thanks.